Discover China. Together, these two cities have witnessed centuries of changes within China. Bustling markets, silent streets, ancient traditions, and historic tales are the hallmarks of Macau and Kashgar. Discover China as we continue our unique journey between these two cities.
Pois é, mas deve ser muita cabecinha, coisa que o humano não tinha.
Não tinha nem tem.
Tan Lulin is watching a puppet show. The puppets are clad in traditional Chinese costumes, yet they speak Portuguese. This is the very essence of the merging of Eastern and Western cultures in Macau. The performers are elementary school students from Macau's Portuguese school. They demonstrate the puppet-making process. They will perform this puppet show in 5 different languages, including Chinese and Portuguese.
É o Donald.
Temos que enfiar. Agora temos que saber se é neste sítio ou neste. Onde é que ele fica bem? Diz. Que a barraca é muito grande. Podemos lá com a barraca às costas. E assim, a barraca vai lá para baixo.
The Portuguese school is located in Macau's center. Tan Lulin and her younger sister are both students there. The students here are largely children of Portuguese descent. Yet the school has students from over 20 countries. Previously, only Portuguese was taught at the school. However, with Macau once again under Chinese rule, teaching Chinese culture has gained more prominence. As a result, the Chinese language became a required course in the school. It is taught 3 times a week. In Kashgar, according to Uyghur tradition, all boys who turn 7 will begin their studies of the mukam, the Uyghur traditional musical style. Every day after school, Niyaz urges his grandfather to teach him mukam songs. His grandfather, Tuar Soon, is in his 60s. He learned to play the sitar from his grandfather. He is now a sitar master and is passing on his knowledge to his grandson. Niyaz hopes to give a mukam performance at his birthday party. Today is Niyaz's 7th birthday. All his friends and relatives are invited to his party. Among them are several religious leaders, imams. They are here to perform a special ceremony on Niyaz, circumcision. Niyaz's family are Uyghurs. The male circumcision ritual, also called Sunnah, is a big event in a young Uyghur's life. The ritual usually takes place in odd months, and the child's age should also be an odd number. friends and relatives join in the celebration. On this special day, the guests dance to the festive sounds of Mukam. The traditional circumcision ceremony begins.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ذلك اليوم الحق فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا إنا أنذرناكم عذابا قريبا يوم ينظر المرء ما قدمت يداه ذلك اليوم الحق فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه مآبا إنا أنذرناكم عذابا في رب العالمين آمين يا أرحم الراحمين.
Rumah itu Jumang belang, pop bang Jumang ha.
Wajah.
Little Niaz is waking up. A melody is played in his honor on a sitar outside his window. Niaz seems completely spellbound by the music. Tan Lulin's grandfather is in town to visit the family.
Hello, fine? Yes, please come in.
Esse não tem bolo de cafezinho.
隔離啊，咁咧我哋咧嗰度好多芒果，好大個，所以阿爺一細個嗰陣咧，好中意摘芒果食噶。你中意嘛？係咧，咁阿爺咧細個嗰陣時咧又中意游水喎。要啦，係啊，讀書啦嘛，日日讀書咪睇電視咪好多嘅啫。estudar，會讀書啊，我睇電視咯。
Lulin's grandfather is a devout Buddhist. He goes to the Ama temple to worship every year. Macau's forebears depended on the sea for their livelihoods. Their boats were their homes, their most important property. During the autumn, when oysters are in season, the fishermen are very busy.
How much do you?
Macau is bountiful with oysters. And because the oyster shell lining shines like a mirror, Macau has been dubbed the Oyster Mirror. For the fishermen who have been living on the sea and far away from the noisy cities, it is the sea that brings joy to their lives. The ebb and tides, the sunrise and sunset, together with the sight of fishermen at sea, compose a pleasant scene of life in Macau. People in Macau have long believed in the goddess of the sea. The goddess Ama is worshipped at the Ama Temple. The spiral-shaped incense hangs in the courtyard, and it can burn for as long as a month. Legend has it that the spiral-shaped incense was invented in the hope that it would burn until one's beloved returned safely home from the sea. Ama's worship has always been a part of the locals' lives. It had great influence on the Portuguese as well. Legend has it that the first Portuguese sailors who reached Macau's shores after a long and difficult journey, the first place they saw was the Ama Temple, or Ama Gao in the local dialect. Accordingly, they named the peninsula Macau. Setting off from Lisbon, the Portuguese fleet had to sail 2 to 3 years through the sea routes available at those cruises. On those long journeys, almost half of the ships were wrecked by violent storms. The Portuguese merchants who came to Macau would soon also come to revere Ama, the protector of sailors. Back in Kashgar, to help Niaz better understand the performance of Mukam, Tuar Sun is taking him to visit several revered Mukam masters. For Niaz to master the performing technique, it is imperative that he understand the culture behind Mukam. Tan Lulin's grandfather is taking the entire family to worship their ancestors. This is where Tan Lulin's great-grandparents are buried. Taking his family on this trip, he hopes his grandchildren will carry on the family tradition and honor their ancestors. Tan Lulin's father is telling Buddhist tales. He preaches to his children, "You're all growing up under the protection of Buddha." He hopes his children will grow to understand other cultures and religions other than their Christian faith. The Korban Festival, a traditional Muslim holiday, is only a few days away. As night falls, Niaz's grandfather seems preoccupied. He might be thinking of his loved ones who have passed away. Realizing the sounds of Mukum might alleviate his grandfather's grief, Niaz passes the sitar to him. As part of Uyghur traditions, after Niaz completed his circumcision ritual, his grandfather will take him to the graveyard to worship their ancestors. The architecture in the churches of Macau is very diverse. They range from 12th century Gothic to 17th century European Baroque to the Manueline style popular in Portugal during the 16th century. Churches in Macau contain amazingly profound and rich cultural elements. Tan Lulin and her family are devout Christians. Her mother, Maria, takes the family to church. St. Dominic's Catholic Church is considered to be one of the most beautiful churches in Macau. It was founded by Spanish Dominican friars in 1587. When news reached the West that preaching the gospel became possible in Southeast Asia, missionaries began flocking to Macau. The Korban Festival, like Christmas in the West and Spring Festival in the East, is a grand annual celebration for the Uyghurs. On this day, hundreds of thousands of Muslims will gather at the Adhikar Mosque, reading scripture from the Quran, worshiping Allah, and praying for His blessings. As the surna, a Turkish wind instrument, is played, Muslim festivities are underway. The teeming bazaars, the maze-like old city, the ancient tombs, and the Attakar Mosque are all major parts of Kashgar's cultural heritage. The scent of spices, the chanted scripture, and the intriguing interior designs of the buildings add rich variety to this city. Kashgar is a beautiful place, a desert rose in full bloom. Its beauty exists everywhere, in its streets, in its stalls, and in its people. Macau, as an important part on the Marine Silk Road, has seen the merging of different cultures throughout the ages. It is here that people of different races and colors come as one and bring different ways of life together to a harmonious existence. It is a symbol of the perfect fusion between Eastern and Western cultures. The two cities, Kashgar and Macau, are like two shining pearls. One glimmers in the north, the other twinkles in the south. Their unique